What else do you want in your life as a woman? After living a toxic marriage, you have married somebody else who loves you, who is taking care of you, who accepted your child as his own. What more do you want? If not that you have come to this life to suffer.
Welcome to Talk with Lola. Welcome to Talk with Lola. Welcome to Talk with Lola. Welcome to Talk with Lola.
Uh, Let me just say welcome back to this channel. Things are going to be different. It's still storytelling, but this time around, I'm going to be doing movie reviews because I feel like that's what my lazy ass can do right now. Anyways, today we are going to be going straight into it. We're going to be reviewing a movie that I just saw, and that movie, I would say that number one, it is pure rage bait because I went through a lot of emotions. Like I was angry, I was pissed off, I was stressed out, and I felt like I needed therapy after the movie. Now, the title of this movie is Alakoso by Wunmi Toriola. If you don't understand Yoruba, it's going to be like a little bit complicated unless you enjoy watching with subtitles. But besides that, this is a movie that everybody needs to watch, especially every Nigerian woman that is growing, that is of age, and even mothers, grandmothers. They need to see this movie. I promise you, like, it's going to be worth your time. It's in 3 parts, but it's going to be worth your time. Wunmi Toriola did a good one with this movie. Now, I will tell you what I loved about the movie and the things that really got on my nerves. The first thing is amazing storytelling by Wunmi Toriola. From the beginning to the end, it was really good. I enjoyed it, and thank you for not allowing me to guess what happened at the end, because that would have been the annoying part if I had to guess what happened to who at what point now. But that did not happen. You told the story to the end. We knew what happened to each person, which is really good. That's like a thumbs up for you. Thumbs up to you in that regard. So basically, for those that have not seen the movie, I'm sorry, but I might be dropping spoilers, but it's just because there's a lot of conversation that we need to have around these topics. This is a movie about a mother with 3 girls, right? Now, this woman had these 3 girls for 3 different fathers. So because of that, she believed that that was a curse, right? And her children, she did not want them to have different children for different fathers because she had that situation. That was the origin of the problem. And for me, I think that that's a very wrong mentality, honestly, because she was not even at fault in any way for having 3 children for 3 different fathers. Her first husband died. She made a choice to remarry, right? And unfortunately, she remarried a man that raped her first daughter. So she had to leave the marriage with her first daughter. She had a second daughter for him. That's for the second husband. She left the marriage with 2 girls, and she married a third man who she also had a child for. I mean, it was your choice to actually like have the husband. So how do you link that? How do you turn that into a generational curse in the first place? Now, because of that, this woman became so selfish because of what people will say, that she was not objective in any way. When it comes to giving her children advice, she was not objective. Every single advice that she gave her daughters was because of her own selfish intent, which was she does not want them to have different children for different fathers. So because of what she wanted, she made sure that her children's happiness did not matter to her. Now, this is where I started getting angry. These girls are adults, obviously, right? So why exactly is it that is everything your mother tells you to do that you do? I'm sorry, I'm part of the rebellious people who believe that our parents are not always right, because we also grow, we are growing. Some of us are parents, some of us are not. However, look at yourself as a parent. Do you think of yourself as perfect? No. So why do you think that your parents' advice will always be perfect? They don't know it all. They are not superhumans. They are also human beings like you. And sometimes they think and they act based off of the limited knowledge that they have, right? Now, you, as an adult, as a grown lady, you know better. You are more exposed in some certain areas, right? Of course, they have experience in some certain areas. But when your mother begins to give you advice that does not, you are supposed to know not to follow everything. Okay, mommy, I've heard you. No problem. Go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Your mom will be fine. I'm sorry, that's not, that is not advice for you. Right? Now, she goes on to, she, first of all, she tells her mother everything and her sister, her elder sister, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so pissed. Now, there are three sisters, like I said. Wunmi Toriola is one of the sisters. She has a younger sister and an elder sister. The only person who is rebellious in that family is the elder sister. She's the only one that escaped. And that's because she doesn't listen to every single thing that the mother tells her. She does what she wants. And she was able to actually like escape. So according to the story, she was previously married and she left her first husband, moved back to her mother's house. Eventually, she was able to like, she got married again and she was happy, right? Now, back to the remaining two girls. The one I was talking about is Wunmi Toriola, and the second one is her sister, her younger sister. That's, I'm so sorry, I don't remember the actress's name again, but I know her, she's very good. Now, the younger sister was in an abusive marriage as well. She ended up killing her husband and she went to prison. If I tell you that this mother, not like she wasn't hurt or she wasn't confused, but she didn't learn her lesson from the last born, actually killing her husband and going to prison, which is annoying because this is like the reality of a lot of women in this country. That's, you know, like in Nigeria, a lot of women go through abusive marriages and they endure it simply because, what will people say? Their mothers advising them to stay and endure. That's how I stayed with your father. That's how I endured with your father. But you know in your heart that you are with the father simply because of what people will say. You're not even with this father because you love him. You guys are falling apart for the longest time. But, yeah, what will people say? I don't want my children to come out from broken homes. A lot of mentality that needs to be erased. Anyways, we are coming back to that. Now, you had the audacity. You didn't learn your lesson from your last child. That's your third daughter going to prison. Instead, you continue to mount pressure on the second daughter. That's Wunmi Toriola with her husband. That one is she was married to an animal. Now, this is where the story gets annoying and interesting, because this is where I felt like, okay, I'm losing my shit, right? She was married to an animal. She was married to a very insecure guy who practically does not give a F about her, especially when it comes to her supporting the home. Like, is very insecure. She's richer, she works, she's very successful, and that was a problem for the guy, right? That was a problem for her husband. So what did he do? He made sure that he had control in the house. It was just so much, he wanted control so much that it was toxic. And I think that was where the title of the film Alakoso came from, because the guy wanted to be in control of every single thing. Now, in terms of finances, he doesn't want her to like do anything in the house and all. You guys need to see this movie, honestly. It's so good. I don't want to go into like all the details because I want you to see the movie. Subscribe to our channel as well, and mine. He actually like ended up taking her money, taking her child from her, and moving to the US with his girlfriend. She lost her shit. Like she lost it. She was so pissed. She almost lost her mind, right? She went back to her mother and her sister. Like I said, she tells her mother everything, which was one of the biggest mistakes of her life. The fact that she went back to always tell her mother every single thing, knowing the kind of thought process that her mother has, is just crazy. So if I'm to assign blames in this movie, because I really do not like to assign, but if I'm to assign blames, Wunmi Toriola, that's Aramide in the movie, she takes like the biggest blame because she no get sense. That's just the truth. You are an adult, you tell your mother everything, and you know exactly how your mother thinks, but you don't think that you should think differently. Think. Interesting. That's one part. And you believe so much in, oh, generational curse, because of what your mother has instilled in your heart. Their mom has brainwashed them so much that even as they grew, as they became adults, they just believed that that was their reality, which is crazy. Anyways, he left with her child and she almost lost it. She moved on. She was able to heal at some point. She moved, like, she had friends, her sister around her and all that. This same mother started pestering her. Oh, she should try again, find another man, try again, do this one, do that one. This her mother, like this mother, you know. So for some time she tried to stay away from the mother, but you know, love, she couldn't. And she was able to like reconnect with her mother and all that. Now this is where the story gets crazier. In between a year, or I think a year after, I'm not really sure about the timeline, is that in between a year or a year after, one of the two, she then met a new guy. Very, very calm, very good, very nice, rich, like he's richer than she is. She had gotten a new job and all that. I forgot to mention that she resigned her job, sold her property, and gave that her first husband the money, which was how he was able to like travel. She gave him all of her benefits, which was why he was able to travel out of the country with her child. That is plot one. Remember, plot one. That was how I was able to leave the country with her child and his girlfriend. So she met this new guy, right? She was okay with him. She was cool. She eventually ended up marrying the guy, even though at some point when the guy's mother found out that she had a child somewhere, the guy's mother was not really in support. But he was able to convince his mother, and you know, they were married and stuff, and they had a good life. Although she was projecting her trauma on that guy, like for a while, and which was really annoying to me because I don't really know why you are projecting. But then I also understood the fact that she was coming from somewhere and she was not really like secure. And the funny part is that this guy actually understood where she was coming from, and he didn't have issues with it. Like, he understood her, he understood where she was coming from, and he tried as much as he could to make her comfortable, to make her okay. He just kept doing his best as a husband would, which was really good. They had a really good, a smooth life. Things was going well until the ex-husband came back. Oh, nice. Now the ex-husband came back, the one that I told you traveled with her money, and her, like, she sold her property, resigned her job, took all her benefits, and left the country with her money. He came back begging. Now, he could not access her at first, so he went through her mother, obviously. Because this guy and the previous sister that I said went to prison's husband, both of them, they don't respect that their mother. Because they know the kind of woman she is. They know how she thinks. So they don't rate that woman. That's all I would say. Like, they don't rate that woman at all. So he already knew who to go through. You don't know, say, una mama no get sense. So let me just access through your mother. So he went to their mother, and that's the ex-husband now went to her mother and was like, he's sorry, this and that, brought back the child. The mother called her to come to her house, that there's something important to discuss. Guess what? This woman orchestrated him, like, she made them meet at her house. The girl was so pissed, you know, anger and all that. She took her child and she left. This, her current husband, accepted the child wholeheartedly without any questions. Like, he just accepted her child. Accepted her child like his own child. Like, he was taking care of that child. What else do you want as a woman? What else do you want in your life as a woman? After living a toxic marriage, you have married somebody else who loves you, who is taking care of you, who accepted your child as his own. What more do you want, if not that you have come to this life to suffer? Anyways, breathe. Anyways, this girl's mother just accepted the ex-husband into her life, and that was the beginning of the problem, like the turmoil. At the end of the day, she ended up getting married. I said married. She ended up getting pregnant for her ex-husband. How did that happen? Please go and watch the movie, because I'm angry. Go and watch the movie. So she ended up getting pregnant for her ex-husband, and I was like, excuse me, hello, hello. The next thing, she was angry, she was upset about it, but I mean, you let it happen. Like, oh God, you let it happen, girl, you let it happen. She was like, oh, maybe she felt, oh, it's like he used jazz on her, blah, blah, blah. Auntie, he did not use any jazz on you. Now you know get sense. Anyways, I've said anyways like 50 times. She ended up going back to her ex-husband. She betrayed her current husband. This man that has taken care of you, that has given you nothing but love, that has shown you nothing but love, that has accepted all your flaws, that has accepted everything. She betrayed him. She left him. And she went back to her ex-husband. This is how you people destroy good men. I don't even want to say good men because it goes both ways. English. It goes both ways. This is how you people destroy good people. This is how you do it. This is how you turn good people into maniacs. She completely destroyed that guy, honestly. She left him, went back to her ex-husband. Because that one said, oh, he has changed, Jerry 2.0. That day I know say you go so far. You go suffer. You go cry. Hey, oh, Chim. She went back to her ex-husband thinking, oh, he has changed. He started pretending to be changed. I've given you like a summary of part 1 to 3. Under 20 minutes. He started pretending to be a changed person, breakfast in bed, telling her how he has changed, until he borrowed money from her. Again. In fact, he didn't even borrow the money directly. He told her he wanted to do a business and all that. And she offered to borrow him 20 million out of her money and still stand as a guarantor for him at the bank to borrow 25 million to make 45 million. This is somebody that has taken millions of your money, that has stolen your money before, that has gone out of the country, that has squandered your money. Like, I don't even know how much that money was. She sold a house, she collected all her benefits. If I want to rough it in my head, like average, if I want to give like a rough estimate on average, that money might be close to like 50 million. That has taken out of it. He has taken your money and he don't, let me say it in PG, he don't carry your money run before. That same person, you went to stand as his guarantor at the bank. Omodada, Orie, Otigbale. That was what she did, and I wasn't surprised. He did what he always does. He ended up taking that money with his girlfriend again to China. I forgot to tell you what happened to the pregnancy. She didn't have the baby. Why did she not have the baby? He gave her STD. How? Go and watch the movie. Anyways, at the end of everything, what happened? You will need to watch the movie because I don't want to give you all of the spoilers. But honestly, like, that movie is a reflection of some people's reality and the way a lot of us think, especially as women in Nigeria, especially our mothers. It's a reflection of the misogynistic and the internalized misogyny that is ingrained in the Nigerian culture, especially like the old generation. The way they used to think is just, except for a few ones who are actually like enlightened, who are exposed and who realize that no, these things are not right. But besides that, it just shows that a whole lot is wrong. Like, a whole lot is wrong, and we really, 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 really need to change as a society. We need to start thinking, like, we need to start behaving as forward-thinking people. We need to start thinking ahead. We need to start, when people do wrong things, don't blame the victim. You see this shaming the victim, blaming the victim. Oh, this person is a single mother. Oh, this person has 3 husbands. Oh, this person did this. Oh, this person did that. We need to change that culture. If somebody does wrong, let us let them know that they did wrong. If somebody is a victim of something, let us see them as victims and stop blaming the victim. Honestly, that's a very fantastic movie, and I just finished seeing Konge. I think I'll be dropping a review for Konge as well. But if I'm to compare the two, which is more interesting, I think Alakoso is more interesting. I think Konge is also interesting, but Alakoso takes it for me. Anyways, that's it for today. You guys, please subscribe to, if you enjoyed listening to this review, please subscribe to my channel and ensure that you go to Wunmi Toriola TV to go watch that movie as well. Drop a comment of how the movie made you feel. leave it in comment section and I'll be there to respond to you. Thank you for watching till this point. Bye.